Hello all, and welcome back to Kreos Gaming. I am continuing my playthrough of Morrowind as the Khajit Thief Drolan, and I am now working on being named the Nerevarine by the various Ashlander tribes, and my last tribe I need to convince is the Erabenimsun tribe. Down here is their camp, so I'm going to use, what am I going to use? I'm going to try to use the Amulet of Divine Intervention, hope that it takes me to Sadrith Mora, and then go overland. Awesome. From Sadrith Mora to the Erabenimsun camp down there. So I will cut back in when I get to the camp. Alright, so I have made it to Erabenimsun camp. I used the levitate from the wizard's staff to try to make it as simple as possible to get here. Now, one of the, I think it was Nabani Mesa, said that here the cons are kind of cruel and stuff, and so I ought to just go through and talk to the wise woman first. I think Esamu sounds right, but she doesn't have any... Is this just a normal shulk? Why is there a shulk rocking around?
Don't kill it. It could be a trap.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Anyway, I think Esamu sounds right for the wise woman. This is Ziba. No. Esamu may then be the con? I don't know. I'm going to see if I can find the wise woman's yurt. There we go. Wise woman's yurt. It is Manirai. Alright. I am Manirai, wise woman of the Erabenimsun. You are the outlander who claims to fulfill the Nerevarine prophecies. Do you need my services, or do you seek my counsel? I seek your counsel. I warn you, be wary of Ashkan Ulath Paul and his supporters. They all hate outlanders and love nothing more than to kill them and loot them. They do not respect custom or hospitality, and they think nothing of killing unarmed men, women, or children. They are bad men and bad leaders. You should fear them. Okay, what about Ulath Paul then? Ulath Paul is always in his yurt, protected by his bodyguard, Gulakan Ahaz. I am just a weak woman, and I am sure you would know best, but I would kill Ahaz first, the weaker of the two, and if I had secret magics and powers, I would use them to preserve me while I defend against two enemies at once. Right? What about Ahaz? Ahaz is Ulath Paul's faithful bodyguard. He is not so strong or skilled as Ahe? I don't know. But wherever you see Ulath Paul, you will also see Ahaz. If you fight Ulath Paul, you must also fight Ahaz. Alright, who is Ahe then? Ahe is a great fighter, the most strong and experienced of the Erabenimsun. He wears enchanted armor and boasts that none of the Erabenimsun can defeat him, not even Ulath Paul. Right, what about the Nerevarine prophecies? You wish to be named Erabenimsun Nerevarine? Never, not while Ashkan Ulath Paul and his war-loving Erabenimsun live. They all hate outlanders and are proud and haughty, and will never suffer an outlander to rule them. If you would be Nerevarine of the Erabenimsun, you must kill Ulath Paul and his supporters, the Gulakans, Ahaz, Bernabi, and Ahe. Then you must help me make peace-loving Erabenimsun Gulakan Han Amu, our Ashkan. Ashkan Han Amu could then name you Nerevarine Erabenimsun. But before anything else can be done, you must first eliminate Ulath Paul and his supporters. Then you should come speak with me, and we will discuss further how you might be named Erabenimsun Nerevarine. Alright, what about the war-loving Erabenimsun? Under the previous Ashkan, Han Amu's father, Aaron Amu, the Erabenimsun grew bold and arrogant, confident in their strength of arms. Now Ashkan Ulath Paul and his champions have become cruel and violent, and our people live in fear. I am of the peace-loving Erabenimsun, and I wish that Aaron Amu's son, Han Amu, might become our new Ashkan. But we are weak, and Han Amu could never challenge Uloth Paul, let alone all his supporters. Okay, I have not asked about Renabi yet. Renabi is mean and solitary. He is cunning, but he relies too much on the power of his ancestors' enchantments. He is not so strong, but beware, he bears a poisoned blade. And then the peace-loving Erabenimsun. I am of the peace-loving Erabenimsun. We only wish to live and hunt as we have in the past, and do not wish to anger our neighbors by raiding and warfare. But Ashkan Uloth Paul and his supporters are strong and sure of themselves. They have grown rich by raiding and fighting. They will not be ruled by the counsel of their wise women. Alright. If you would fight Ashkan Uloth Paul and his supporters, know your enemy and come prepared. His supporters are the Gulakans, Ahaz, Renabi, and Ashu Aha. They are the strongest of the fighting Erabenimsun. I think you will defeat Renabi and Ashu Aha in single combat, but if you stand alone against Uloth Paul and his bodyguard, Ahaz, you may not prevail. If you have hidden skills and resources, or you are a mighty sorcerer or enchanter, perhaps you may defeat them. Alright, so apparently this seems like it's pretty straightforward. Just go fight the Ashkans. Do you care that I'm here? Yes, you do. Okay. Dead Shulk, then. And nobody seems to care. That was just kind of strange. I thought Shulk would be aggressive to them as well. So this is Masarpal, Han Amu. That's the one that we're supposed to be. That's the Ashkan yurt. This is Ashu Aha. And then Renabi's. Alright, well, I'm going to see what happens if I just kind of walk in and say hello to these two. You are Ahaz, and you are Uloth Paul. You are the Outlander who claims to fulfill Nerevarine prophecies. What do you want? I have nothing to say to you. I despise you and your kind. Go away. Very well, this problem has an easy solution, which means you're going to attack me, right? No. Die. There we go. Okay, it just takes them for a second for that to kick in. Alright, now that you guys are frozen, wail on you. Yay, my journal has been updated. Alright. Well, that was effective. Alright, he has a war axe of Aaron Amu. Oh, he has the war axe of the guy who had been the previous one. Fortify strength 15 to 30 points in 15 seconds on self. I'm going to take that and see if I can't give it to the new guy when it becomes time. Wind of Ahaz. Chameleon 5% for 10 seconds and blind 10% for 10 seconds. Well, I am glad I didn't get hit, because that would have... I don't know how I would have dealt with blindness. And then Senate kills Heart of Fire. Fortify willpower. Okay, so I'll take that. And I'm going to take this. It's unique, so unless somebody asks for it, I've been somewhat collecting unique weapons. Not as much as I've been collecting unique books. And other than the Kwama Forager, nobody seems to care that I just killed the Ashkan, so off to this guy's yurt. Ashu Ahe. You have slain one of my people, and you must pay with your life. Alright then. Well, you know what? Let's just see. I don't know if that, whatever he has on him, would be an issue for me to... I don't want to have some kind of spell reflection result in me causing myself to be, what do you call it? Made immobile. What is the word? Never mind. Okay, so I have killed him. He has Mountain Spirit, which is shield to 10 points on self as a constant effect in medium armor. That's not bad. I'm running low on weight, but for right now, I'll stick with it. One more. Alright. Now Renabi's yurt. Renabi is... oh, looks kind of like he's just generally a caster. You have slain one of my people. You must pay with your life. You wish, dude. You will die quicker than me. Ow. Alright, and my journal has been updated. He has a lot of stuff. Racer Beak, which is 3 poison, weakness to poison. It's a short blade. Oh, nice. Kind Cast when strikes. He also has Bone Dancer Gauntlet. Bone Weave Gauntlet. Those are nice, but I don't use heavy armor. And then he has Ember Hand, which is weakness to fire. And Bitter Hand, weakness to poison. So those are gloves. Oh, wow. That's intriguing. And then he has a Robe of Dan the Wise. Fortify Intelligence. I don't know if I have enough weight to carry all of this stuff, but we'll find out. I'm not going to worry about the 2 gauntlets. Well, they are... Oh, they're only 1 pound each. Sure, why not? Gives me closer to a full collection of magic items when the time comes. Alright, so that was actually pretty straightforward. Now there's the question of trying to convince other people to accept the other guy. So let's see. Yes, Outlander, do you need my services or do you seek my counsel? Now, with Ashkan Ulath Paul and his supporters dead, we may consider the Nerevarine prophecies and how you might be named Erabenimsun Nerevarine. Now, with Ulath Paul and his supporters out of the way, it is a simple matter to be named Nerevarine of the Erabenimsun. All you need to do is persuade Gulakan Han Amu to become the Ashkan of the Erabenimsun. Seek him out in his Gulak yurt. Be prepared, however. Han Amu is not the material one would choose when looking to make an Ashkan. He may be difficult to persuade. Okay, so...
Under sun and sky, Outland.
Hold on, I'm just curious. Does it just say, I have slain one of the war-loving, but perhaps it would not have been impossible to have friendly dealings with them or their leaders anyway. Okay. Yes, that's fine. Alright, so now I've got to go find Han Amu's yurt. He has Yontas with him and Han Amu. No matter what Minerai says, I'm not interested. I don't want to be Ashkan. Okay, what Minerai says. I don't care what Minerai says. I don't want to be Ashkan. Everyone despises me. I am a weakling and a coward and a fool. I hate it, but it is true. I just want to be left alone. Yes, I recognize it. Ranabi wore that robe, the robe of Dan the Wise. It was handed down to Ranabi through his family, but what has that to do with my wanting to be Ashkan? Give robe of Wise and make a little speech. Sure. Thank you. Your lesson is clear. It is the robe that gives wisdom and counsel, and it is the idea of the robe that gives confidence to the tribe. But it is the Ashkan who wears the robe, the Ashkan who accepts responsibility for the safety of the tribe, who holds the fate of the tribe in his hands. This is a sobering lesson, and I must give it thought. Okay. What if I say want to be Ashkan now? Yes, I recognize it. Ahaz wore that amulet. Sanit kills Heart of Fire. Ahaz had it from his father, and Ahaz's father had it from Kinit Nyla, and Kinitu Nyla had it from Sanit Kill, a great witch warrior. But what has that to do with my wanting to be Ashkan? Give Sanit Kill's Heart of Fire and make a little speech. Thank you. Your lesson is clear. It is the amulet that gives courage in battle, and it is the idea of the amulet that gives confidence to the tribe. But it is the Ashkan who wears the amulet, the Ashkan who accepts responsibility for the safety of the tribe, who holds the fate of the tribe in his hands. This is a sobering lesson, and I must give it thought. Alright, so I'm probably going to do the same thing.
Sorry, it's just like, I don't know.
Trying to encourage someone to be stronger?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, I recognize it. It is the war axe of my father, the war axe of Aaron Amu. Ulath Paul had it from my father and carried it as Ashkan. But what has that to do with my wanting to be Ashkan? Give the axe and make a little speech. Thank you. Your lesson is clear. It is the axe that gives strength in war, and it is the idea of the axe that gives confidence to the tribe. But it is the Ashkan who bears the axe, the Ashkan who accepts responsibility for the safety of the tribe, who holds the fate of the tribe in his hands. Now, with Ulath Paul dead, I hold the fate of the tribe in my hands, and I must accept that responsibility. Thank you for your lesson. I shall be Ashkan of the Erabenimsun, and I shall name you Nerevarine. Thank you, Drolan. I promise that, as Ashkan, I shall do my best to amend the dark reputation of the Erabenimsun. And as my first action as chief, I now name you Erabenimsun Nerevarine, champion of the Erabenimsun, and protector of the people. You must also go to wise woman Menare and get from her the seizing of the Erabenimsun, Nimsun, an enchanted heirloom of the tribe, which shall be assigned to all Dunmer. The Erabenimsun have named you Nerevarine. What say you about Nerevarine? You wished to be named Nerevarine, and I have named you Nerevarine. Are you not satisfied? No, I am. I just wasn't sure if you had more to say about it. All right, Yontus, I'm going to leave you alone, and I will go speak with the wise woman again. And she says, so, Drolan, you are called Nerevarine, and Han Amu is now our Ashkan. Many changes, many changes. Now what do you say about Han Amu? You have persuaded him to accept his responsibilities. Now we will see if he grows in wisdom and becomes a good and wise chief like his father. Right? What about the Nerevarine? Well now, you are Erabenimsun Nerevarine. Perhaps we shall see what that means. But you're supposed to give me... You're supposed to give me an item. How do I get you... So Han Anmu has accepted his responsibilities as Ashkan and has named you Erabenimsun Nerevarine. Congratulations, and I must also give you, thank you, the seizing of the Erabenimsun, a tribal heirloom that ought to be held by our chosen champion. As a token, we have named you Nerevarine. So what is this seizing? Here, take this enchanted token of the Erabenimsun, that all may know that we have named you Nerevarine and champion. Right? And it is seizing. Ring, robe, teeth. The seizing of the Erabenimsun is telekinesis 50 feet for 30 seconds on self. Okay. And I can't tell, like, maybe it's gloves? Or is it a belt? What did I knock off? I knocked off the belt. Okay, so it was a belt. No, Malupu's belt was there. Hearth belt. Okay, so yes, I knocked off a belt. So it is a belt. Gives me telekinesis 50 feet for 30 seconds on self. I haven't used telekinesis, so I don't know what it does at this point. All right, from here, I need to head back to Urshalaku camp. So the easiest way, I think, to do that is going to be for me to go to Sadrith Mora, then over to Aldrune, then use the Silt Strider to get to Margon, and then just hoof it up to Urshalaku. But I'm going to make a pit stop in Balmora to deal with some inventory and stuff, and we'll come back in when I get back to Urshalaku camp. Alright, I have returned to Urshalaku camp. I can now go talk to Nibani Mesa and have her tell me what my next step is. That is not her... This one. There we go. That's the one with the carpet out front. And see what she says. She says, you are the Nerevarine. Ask, and I shall answer with Azura's blessing. You have been named Nerevarine by the 4 tribes of Vardenfell. You have fulfilled that part of the prophecy. Urshalaku, Ahamusa, Zainab, and Erabenimsun all have named you Nerevarine. You have fulfilled the 5th trial of the 7 visions. And what say you about the 5th trial now? You have been named Nerevarine by the 4 tribes of Vardenfell. You have fulfilled that part. You have fulfilled the 5th trial. Okay, what do you say about the 7 visions now? The full title of the prophecy is 7 Visions of 7 Trials of the Incarnate. Listen, and I will tell you the verses. But I've heard them. Alright, so now I have to do the 6th trial, basically. What does this prophecy mean? So let's ask about the 6th trial. I was blind, but Azura's star has guided me through my dreams. Vivek's high priest, Saryani, has asked to see you when you are Ortator and Nerevarine. Go to him and demand to speak with the false god Vivek. Vivek has tried to keep Kagranek's tools secret, but you will need these tools when you stand before Dagoth-Ur. Get Kagranek's tools from Vivek. They are the keys to the riddle of the sixth and seventh trials. All right, so what are Kagranek's tools? In the Lost Prophecy, Star-Blessed Hand wields thrice cursed blade. Gilvis Borello has told you of Kagranek's tools, the enchanted devices the Tribunal used to steal power from Lorkhan's heart. One of these tools is the blade Keening. Your Star-Blessed Hand must wield Keening. If Vivek has this blade, it is your fate to take this blade from him.
And I think that's the heart. Lorkhan's heart?
Yeah, that would make sense.
You would take their hearts with you?
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. Okay, so my next step then is going to be to go and talk to, the Archcanon, and then see if I can get an audience with Vivek. And I will do that in the next video. Thanks all. Hello all, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please click the like button below. You can also subscribe using the channel image in the center of the video. If you are interested in more content in this video series, to the left is a link to the full playlist. Alternatively, when it is available, to the right will be a link to the next video in the series. Thanks all.